Hello everyone, it's great to have you all on board. It's another time with Tutor.io, the enthusiastic tutor, and in today's tutorial, it happens to be the revision of the course, PAD371. And basically, we all know how things are being done. Take a couple of questions. Students are expected to provide answers to this question as we go through it together. For those of us who are new to the stream, let's ensure to subscribe to the channel. Let's ensure to smash the like button. And most importantly, for those of us who are yet to get the keynote of the course, let's ensure to get the keynote. How do you get to do that? All you need to do is just to reach out to us on our official website, which is www.tutorial.net. Find the WhatsApp button in the top right hand corner. Use that to send us a direct message. From there, take your request and guide you on how to get the keynote. With this being said, let's go straight into today's class. As said earlier, or as earlier said, we are taking the course PAD 371. Okay, so we're going to be taking a couple of questions very quickly, and students are expected to provide answers to those questions. You want to use the comment section to provide answers to questions, as the questions will be asked in just a few moments from now. Excuse me. Okay. So we have question 1. It says, now let's look at the concept. What do you understand by the concept of public personnel management? What do you understand? What's your take? Your take about the concept of public, I think I need to switch this marker. Oh no. Where am I? Just a moment. Let's see if this color will fine. Public, personnel management. What's your take on that? What do you have to say about what it means by public personnel management? So basically, we've been taking some papers now. We know how these questions come. They don't come straightforward. They are being twisted. So like I usually say, you need to always prepare for the worst. Alright? Irrespective of how the question is being presented, you should always be prepared. Okay, so let's keep the answers coming in. Oh, nice. I'm getting some responses already. Thank you very much for that. Okay, let's keep the answers coming. Just one person has responded. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay. Wonderful. Nice responses. Let's keep the answers coming. Wonderful. Okay. Yes, we all have spoken well. We talk about public personnel management. Don't forget that government does not operate in abstract. Government does not operate in isolation. The government needs people, all right, that they can work with. All right, the government requires personnel, staffs to fill offices and take responsibilities. Now, these individuals, this department, these ministries being managed by government personnel or public personnel, everything that goes into the activities of ensuring they are being paid, they do what they are hired for, or they do what they were elected for. All these activities, everything that goes into that has to do with the public personnel management. And just like the definitions we all have given, we have spoken on point. So we have taken the first question. So let's move to something else. When you hear of performance appraisal, what comes in mind? Performance appraisal. What do you understand by performance appraisal? Okay. 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 Wonderful. Okay. Also, yes, that was a thing from the network. I think it's stable now. So, like I was explaining, the right and the due personnel who has been doing his or her job properly is being rewarded through result. So we have that as that. Let's take a few more questions. Now, let's take this. What do you understand by motivation? What's your take on motivation? Okay? What's your take on motivation? Okay, nice responses. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's keep the answers coming. Okay, speaking of motivation, what's your take on motivation? Okay, yes, we all have spoken well. We can look at it from the angle of a driving force that stimulates. Okay, we can look at it from the angle of a driving force that does what? Stimulates. Okay, stimulates, encourages, propels out a particular kind of result or behavior. Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much for the sticker. So we have that as that. two more questions before we call it a wrap for tonight. What do you understand by communication climate? Explain. Communication climate. Okay. Let's keep the answers coming. Yes, it is seen as the climate, which is referred to as the overall feeling or emotion mood. What is the atmosphere like? Some communications done in certain atmosphere. Somebody is angry. Communicating about that person, communicating with that person at that point can be a salt on an injury. All right, salt on the injury. All right, might be a spark of explosive into a burning fire. So certain atmosphere warrants certain communication. So, but generally, communication climate as is known as the overall feeling or emotion, all right, overall feeling or emotional mood between people. Are we together? So we have that as that. Now let's take a step further. So now let's take the last question, question 5. Mention two barriers. Mention two barriers of communication. Two barriers. Mention two barriers of communication. Okay, nice response there. Yes, awesome, wonderful. Let's keep the answers coming. And yes, awesome. Thank you very much for that. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Let's keep the answers coming. Yes. Thank you very much. We have all done well in tonight's class. We've all done a great job. Yes, let's keep the answers coming though. So we have that as that. Okay, so this is where we'll call it a wrap for tonight. For those of us who haven't gotten the keynote, as mentioned earlier, let's ensure to request the keynote immediately after this class. It's highly essential. I wish you all the best. Like I said earlier, for those of us who haven't joined the private class yet, let's ensure to join the private class early as against next semester. Earlier we start, the better it is. I wish you all the best. Success in your exams tomorrow. You have a wonderful night rest. Bye for now.